Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the What a Deck profile for the Rank-Up 7th Sylvans. I'm just going to go through here and name off everything that's in here, and then I'll explain how this works. We've got 3 Sylvan Blade Fender, 3 Sylvan Flower Knight, 2 Summoner Monk, 2 Martial Leaf, 3 Curry Bandit, 3 Sylvan Mushroom, 3 Snapdragon, 3 Rose Lover, 3 Princess Sprout. For spells, we've got 3 Rank-Up Magic Numeron Force, 3 Rank-Up Magic the 7th one, 3 Terraforming, 3 Sylvan Charity, and 3 Mount Sylvania. No traps. Extra deck, very important. Number 99, Utopic Dragon. Number C107, Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. C104, Umbral Horror Masquerade. C101, Silent Honor Dark. Number S39, Utopia the Lightning. Number 104, Masquerade. Number S39, Utopia Prime. Number C39, Utopia Ray. 2 number 39, Utopia. 1 Silent Honor Arc. 1 Sky Cavalry. 1 Utopia Roots. And 1 S0 Hope Zexal.
That's got to be the most big a mouthful extra deck that I've seen in a long time.
I picked a bad week to get sick.
You did.
So anyway, the point with this deck, there's two main, or the main thing is basically to use the 7th seal. If you're unfamiliar with this card, to activate it, you must draw it in your normal draw phase. And you can only use it once per duel. But it lets you summon a 101 through 107, so you can either pick Silent Honor Arc, the Masquerade, wherever he is. Yeah, there he is. Or the Tachyon Dragon, and then immediately summon the C number on top of it, just ignoring the summoning conditions. So it lets you get out these big, like 4,500 attack, can negate all monsters or all effects currently on the field, and your opponent can't activate effects. This guy lets you pop a spell trap, and he can detach to negate a monster effect and make your opponent discard a card. And Silent Honor Dark can just absorb special summoned monsters, and if he gets destroyed, he just resummons himself, and you gain 2,800 life points. So you've got these big beat sticks, and then to stall for that, we have the Utopia Hope Zexal. So how this guy works is if you have a Utopia, you can discard a rank-up magic card and summon this guy on top of that Utopia. He gains attack equal to the number of materials he has times 1,000, and during your opponent's turn, you can detach an Ixie material, and your opponent cannot activate cards or effects that turn. So what you'll do is you'll make Utopia, and then put like Utopia Ray or Utopia Prime on top of it, and then this on top of that. So he'll have 4,000 or 5,000 attack, and he'll lose 1,000 each turn, but your opponent won't be able to do anything, so it's a good stall to get the 7th one. So how do you draw this? Sylvan Charity, draw 3 cards. If you have a Sylvan card in your hand, reveal 2 cards, including at least 1 Sylvan. Place them on top of your deck in any order. So if you get this, and the 7th one, and a Sylvan, then you can activate this, you'll draw 3, and then you can put this on top of your deck. And then if you survive the next turn, you're getting something really big. Other than that, this is basically just a Sylvan like draw engine / rank 4 engine. You've got Mount Sylvania, very important, lets you put any Sylvan card on top of your deck by discarding cards. So that obviously opens up your Sylvan plays. It also lets you put Sylvan Charity on top of your deck, so this is searchable. In order to activate this, you have to discard a plant-type monster. Generally, we want to discard Rose Lover. If this is in the graveyard, you can banish it to summon a plant monster from your hand. So this lets you get 2 level 4 plant monsters, which is basically why these are here. These are just level 4s for your rank 4 Ixie to make Utopia. They have 19 and 18 respectively. If this guy's summoned, you can excavate 1 and which, if you don't know, the Sylvans are all about excavating cards and sending them to the graveyard. You excavate it, if it's a plant, they get an effect. So, this guy, if he's summoned, excavates 1. This one, if it destroys 1 by battle. You generally don't use them, you generally just use them as rank 4 material, but they have that there. If they themselves are excavated, this guy just goes back to your hand, so you can just plus with that. This guy lets you put a Sylvan deck on top of, or Sylvan card on top of your deck. You can use that guy to get Mount Sylvania or Sylvan Charity. These are both searchable by him. Put it on top of your deck, and it opens up more plays. Because you can only use this once per duel, we got Summoner Monk. You can discard the extra copies. We got a whole bunch of spells, more terraformings. So that's also opens up into rank 4 plays with any of your other level 4s. Martial Leaf and Mushroom are mostly used for their excavation effects. This destroys a monster. This destroys a spell trap. If you're just trying to stall or just trying to build up, or if you already have something, you want to put these guys on top of your deck so you can get rid of your opponent's resources. This guy also, when he's summoned, can excavate 2. This, when it's flipped, you can excavate up to 5. So if you need to, when you start out, this is a good stall to just set this. This guy can excavate 2 things. If you use Sylvan Charity and you don't have rank up, you can put 2 useful cards and do that. Curry Bandit, excavate top 5 cards, add a spell to your hand, send the rest to the graveyard. That, again, lets you get a whole bunch of effects, but also lets you add Sylvan Charity or Mount Sylvania or any one of these. Snapdragon. Sent from the field or your hand to the graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck. And if it's sent to the graveyard, if it's excavated and sent to the graveyard, excavate the top card of your deck. This is just recursion. It's best used with Mount Sylvania, because basically you can discard this guy, put whatever Sylvan you want on top of your deck, and then his effect will activate, excavating it. So if you need to get rid of a spell trap or a monster, you just use Sylvania, discard this, put whoever on top of the deck, and then its effect goes off. Finally, Princess Sprout. If this is excavated, you can summon it and declare level 1 through 8. It becomes that level. So that's more rank 4s. A little more difficult to get off because you have to excavate it, but there is a possibility. You can also, if you don't have any way to excavate cards, but you have something on top of your deck you want to use, if this is on the field, you can tribute it to excavate the top card of your deck. So there's always that. And then Terraforming just grabs you Mount Sylvania. So there's the deck. Numeron Force is just here because if you want to make Hope Zexal, Utopic Dragon's the same way. If you have an Ixie, if you have a Utopia, you can discard a rank up magic to summon this. It has 4,000. It can't be targeted by monster effects. So it's pretty good. Normally you want this though, but if you're doing a TCG only, you'll want Utopic Dragon because you can actually use it. But either way, so that's why we play the 6 rank up magic, so you always have access to that. It's also fodder for Summoner Monk. It's also, if you make 101, you can actually use Numeron Force to make Silent Honor dark, and it'll negate all other face-up cards on the field, which is pretty nice. And then that finally just leads to the side deck. There's not that really many great side deck cards for this. It's pretty optimal. If you're just doing online, Carrot Human's really good for this because he's a rank 4 plant, level 4 plant that you can use his effect from the graveyard to special summon him. But he's not out in the TCG, and I was already bending the rules with Hope Zexal, so I didn't include him. But if you're just doing online, probably want to put him in, probably instead of Princess Sprout. Evil Swarm Mandrogia, also another good level 4 plant. Can special summon, so it's good for making more rank 4s. Flowerbot, if it's sent to the graveyard, draw 1 card, place 1 card from your hand on top of the deck. This is also really good for putting the 7th Seal on top of your deck. But otherwise, this card's pretty useless. You have to pretty much have it with Mount Sylvania, which is why I didn't use it. Against certain decks, actual side deck cards, Utopia the Lightning, more Utopia, Giant Hand, Castell, any rank 4 you could probably put in here instead of Silent Honor Arc, depending on what your needs are. You can also make rank 2s occasionally with both Mushroom and this being able to change to any level. So I put the 1 Sky Cavalry. Gachi's another good example. And Utopia Roots, you can summon Utopia Prime and Utopia the Lightning on top of this guy, because he's a Utopia card. So, just another example, especially you got these ones like Rose Lover, Snapdragon, and this can still be level 1. So you got chances with that. Miracle Fertilizer is always good with Sylvans, because you're getting monsters from the graveyard. Same with Call of the Haunted, might help you a little bit more if you want to get rid of Terraforming maybe. And finally this one. This one's really interesting. I went with this for a long time, but it's just too random. But activate when a spell card targets 1 player is activated. The effect of that spell card is applied to the other player instead. Which is weird because I didn't know spell cards even targeted players. But if your opponent's playing like Monarchs and they activate Pan Deity and they're like draw 2 cards, you can draw the 2 cards. And it's great. The better thing is to play Sylvan Charity and then activate this on your own thing. So then your opponent draws 3 cards, and if they don't have a Sylvan, they have to put the rest of the cards. They basically empties their entire hand. So if you really want to go all-out troll, this can just empty your opponent's hand of all their cards. But it's kind of a combo-y, and usually you want to use this to get 7th. But if you're just making a complete troll deck, I'd highly recommend that. So there's your deck for this week. Next week I should be having a Buster Blader deck, finally. Not my build, but someone's build. So that'll be interesting.
And
Until
hopefully
then,
you'll have your voice back then,
yeah,
right?
hopefully I'll have my voice back. This has been terrible. So thanks to Captain Cardsworth for being here and laughing. That was good. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, good luck. Have fun.